Could be 1 month, could be 2 months.
4 months.
I can see that happening.
8 months.
It's a realistic timeline.
1 year.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
Well, I picked a fun time to go film this. Sun is almost down. It's almost gone. Much like Gixxer Brah's bike from my garage. Oh, look, and my fuel light's on. The fuel's also gone. Many things are gone. What's going on? It's weird, though, having Bro's bike in the garage, because it was literally in my garage for a year. And it's still not fixed, too. That really sucks. How did I, take so long to work on it? And how is it not even fixed? I do feel like I owe you guys some explanation for that. I know a lot of y'all got a little annoyed, a little angry with me about my progress on that thing over this last year. While we chat about that, let's break these new tires in. If you saw the videos where I went to Spain... Look at this. How cool is that? I got to test out the Power 6, which we also had CT2s on my 300, and we switched it to Power 6s, and it was like, oh my god. This was the other tire that I did a bunch of, that I did some testing on. There was 3 in total. This is the GP2 tire. As you can see, I haven't really got it all the way scrubbed in there. Well, it's funny because this looks like a big chicken strip, but that's actually it's actually reverse chicken strip a little bit right here. This is actually a 160. It came with a 150, but this is a 5-inch rim. Profile is correct. We do have a good profile on there, if you can see that. And it's a little tight up in the front. There's a small little gap. Yeah, we'll try to knock off these chicken strip lines. Does anyone going back enough remember when I used to just always have different racetracks on the channel? And there was this one neighborhood in particular we always used as our racetrack. I don't think it had curbs or anything. I think the best thing for us was that we had this housing market to collapse. And that's what we need again. The Mr. Gixxer Brah's bike. Okay, so why the hell would it take me a year to get that thing done, and why isn't it done now? So many reasons. Look, I wanted to say, first of all, I had to go back and look at the timeline. That bike may be in my garage for a year, but we didn't start working on it until about 8-9 months ago. That first few months it sat in my garage, nothing happened because he brought it over and was like, you can get parts for it, right? I was like, well, what do you mean? Like through my connections and stuff that I get stuff through, and I said, I can try. I've never really tried doing that for somebody else. Let's not give it a shot. The problem was when we started actually building on it, if you remember, Gixxer Brah's name was a little more popular than normal.
In 20 minutes, this motorcycle driver filming himself going up to 173 miles per hour. Tonight, he is wanted by the Colorado State Patrol.
The Texas native posts videos of himself to YouTube.
I did get some pretty funny responses, though, because of that. Like, wait, that guy? The guy that was just on the news? No, he had some other stuff. He got monster fairings. They hooked it up for him, and I think some of his other boys did. I don't know all ins and outs of different deals he worked, but he started bringing me parts, and then we started working on it. I think if you go back and watch the first video, I don't even have hardly anything for it. Then when we actually got going on it, we rip it all down. Every time I thought I had enough parts to, get going, you just found there was more and more things we needed to order. That's no real surprise. It's about what you expect for a 20-year-old sport bike. Oh, hang on. Hello? No, that's the wrong number. Are you not gonna hang up?
Yep, that was me being spam called in real time while running around. When I'm out riding my motorcycle around, I got my Bluetooth on, phone in my pocket. I can't always look at the screen. And I got my wife and kids at home. I gotta answer, I don't know what's going on. So I end up picking up spam calls pretty regularly. It's super frustrating, and it's all because these big companies don't do enough to keep our personal data safe. And just last year, the national public data was breached and 2.9 billion records were compromised. The kind of stuff that they use for background checks, you have your full name, address, phone number, social security numbers, all that just leaked, floating out there. And what are you gonna do? Well, what I do is I use Aura, today's video sponsor. Aura's data broker opt-out feature works to remove that information off these sites that want to sell it to identity thieves, scammers, anyone else who wants to get their hands on it. The less of that information that's online, the less exposed you are. Also, Aura alerts me to any leaks of my phone number or any other personal information online. They can let you know if someone's trying to access your bank account. And Aura also helps keep me and my family safe with transaction monitoring, VPN, antivirus, password management, identity theft, and parental controls. It's so easy to enable. It all works on one app at one affordable price. I'm not leaving me and my family vulnerable to these identity thieves. And if you don't want to either, then go to aura.com/gardensnake and try your first 2 weeks for free. Link is in the description. Sure, check them out.
Come on, Mercedes. Playing with her phone. Tell you a funny story that happened at this exact gas pump one time. I was coming up here to get some gas, pulled in just like this. There was a car right here in front of me. Some young ladies in a convertible right there. Nice spring day weather, I thought it'd be super slick, and I kind of rolled up and did a little baby stompy right here. As I was coming down, I pulled up and I kicked the kickstand out, plopped it on suspension, then plopped the bike onto the kickstand. Boom, 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 all quick move, right? Thought I was pretty slick there, you know? I'm standing right here getting my card out like, oh yeah, they've definitely seen me because they're like facing this way, I want to say. Now, I want to tell you how karma works. Let's see, I've been married for 18 years now. I'm definitely married at this point in my life. Jake has no business trying to show off to some girls in a convertible. I guess I didn't get my kickstand down enough. That fell back into me, pinned me between the gas pump and my bike. And I was looking real dumb. Speaking of Gixxer 1000s, 2 Gixxers. That looks like 1,000 right there. Are they both 1000s? Have that tape holding down that monster fairing there? Yeah, this is like the older versions, right? I think this is like the previous one, like the 04 model. You thought Gixxer Brah's Gixxer 1000 looked rough. Dude, look at these ones. These ones are way more f***ery. Anyway, I picked that bike up off me and got my gas and then, yeah, that's the thing you can do. Felt real dumb. Didn't do anything like that again. Oh, this is where we die. We gotta put the high beam on. I don't trust y'all. But anyways, back to Mr. Brah's bike, dude. Yeah, we kept waiting on parts and different things. I'd find more stuff I had to order. And here's the thing, too, that I think is hard to see in that videos is, like, I'm working on that thing I'd say on average, at least once a week I'm working on it. Sometimes there would be like a week or two or so that like it would sit, but it was just like, and I had time here and there, man. You know, I've got kids. My wife works a full-time job as well, and I feel like they want me to just do racetrack stuff here, right? You watch, someone's gonna see this on a security camera now, and then they're gonna spend money on security. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh man, we got motorcyclists using our course like a racetrack. Allocate funds quick. But if you look throughout those videos, what sometimes seems like it's happening over like just like a day is like 3 or 4 days. You'll see my clothes change, and keep in mind that might be like a week between each shot, just because that's what I had time to do. And whew, this is fun. I'm sure this was their intention when they put this out here. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
All right, how are you?
I'm good, you? Yeah? I'm sure you're kicking me out, right?
You know what? I'm Go ahead.
Are you sure? I was like, I'll go if you want me to go. I saw all that. I said, I'm sure they didn't mean to make this into a racetrack, but it seems kind of fun. Have a good one. Yeah, you could care less. Man, these tires, they're better. They are definitely better, I'll say that. I'm only kind of street pushing them right here. I'm really not going that hard on them, but they feel good. The Gixxer Brah's bike, working on it once a week, still doesn't really make up for how much time passed. What can I say is that I also had a lot of other stuff going on during that build. Other videos I had to make, other agreements. I had to go out of town a couple times. I had several demo bikes throughout the time I had his bike, and I always was just like messing with those. And a lot of it too, man, is that bike, it was like sitting there, I need to work on it. It was like making me so, I was starting to get like anxiety from it to where and then I was doing the dumbest thing, which was like, well, I have something else sitting in my garage, like a demo bike, or I got this trip coming up, and I was just focusing on that and be like, yeah, I'll work on his when I get some time. And like, maybe that was like my own weird in my head excuse. I should have been doing better, but I didn't. I had to go to the hospital one time. I made a video talking about that, and that had me a little fucked up for a minute. And then I've had to go to the hospital a couple more times lately, and not for myself. I don't really want to get into all that. There's been some things that have taken priority. My dog died. He did. My dog died during making this, and that really sucked. But, and I know it sounds silly to say this now after saying all that, but I don't want to go on and on about all that. It's some things have happened that I didn't like. Some not so fun things. Whining about them ain't gonna change nothing, and everyone's got shit they deal with. Getting my head right so I could work on Gixxer Brah's bike is like people these days talk about too much. You know, oh, my head, my brain, and nobody cares. Finally, you know, banged it out. I got it all done, and then what do you mean it's still broken? Oh, dude, you know how it was like on its side, and I did that picture where I'm laying there in the turtle outfit? The reason it's on its side for that thumbnail was not because I was trying to do, you know, a funny thumbnail. Dude, the clutch is screwed up on that thing. Something's wrong with it. I don't know what's going on with it. I went to take it for a test ride, ain't got no clutch. Ain't got no clutch. It's just like, nope, you can't disengage that bastard. What I was doing, I laid it on its side to like super saturate the plates in oil, and I put a rope on the clutch lever, trying to see if I can get them to open up and soak up. And I got the bike as hot, you know, like up to 210 degrees, you know, the fan's running, and had the clutch open the whole time, and did a couple cycles like that. to see if it could, like, you know, maybe rehydrate them, like maybe they got dry or something. Nah, something's up with it. And here's the thing, I should have thought about this. Mr. Brah, he didn't tell me. Here's the thing, he did not tell me there was an issue with the clutch. He said, oh man, got a little creep on it, man. You know, it got a little creep, you know. I don't know why I do his voice like that. That's like a bad parody of Gixxer Brah's voice, but that's my Gixxer Brah voice. And I said, you mean like a clutch drag? He's like, yeah, ma'am. And I'm doing like moto, bro. And then he also gave me a new clutch case gasket because it had been leaking. He ordered me one of those. I should have put it together right then that he just messed with the clutch. He didn't tell me that. He should have been forthcoming, but I should have also thought about that. And also, when I pulled that bike onto my lift initially, I clicked into gear and it like took off onto the lift. I said, holy crap. And then, you know what I thought to myself? I said, oh, look, he's got no slack in the clutch lever. And I just kind of chalked it to that. That's backwards. If you think about it, that's the wrong way. The bike had so many things. I was making notes, so many notes about what was wrong with it and trying to... And I just said, oh yeah, adjust clutch lever. Clutch lever's not adjusted right. But you know, he took off on me. I should have thought about it more. That's part of being a mechanic, you know, it's like you got to be a little bit of an investigator. That diagnosing a problem is like the biggest thing you can do. And I should have realized, hey, something's up with this thing. Well, he put a clutch in it and something he maybe didn't put together right. I was hoping that was just going to fix it, right? Like maybe I could just do this whole like soak the clutch basket, it'll be fine. But instead, what happened was, hopefully everything's all right, but I had to go to the hospital for 2 different times, not for myself. Yeah, you know, bro called me up and he's like, oh, what's going on? I was like telling him, and he said, well, I got my boys, a mechanic, he's got nothing to do. I'm just gonna come get it, you know, and I'll let him fix the clutch issue. I don't like that. I don't like that I didn't finish it to give it to him. I didn't really finish it, you know. It's got this issue, and that also meant I did do one little test right around the block with it. But you want to go, you've done all this stuff, I need to go, I've got a way of analyzing all this stuff. I know all the little odds and ends I've played with, and I need to get it out on the road and really feel it out. So hopefully I'll get to throw my leg over it here after his boy gets it fixed, and we'll get together, and you know, hopefully by then, because here's the real thing, right? Let's be honest, there's bound to be a couple little things, and these were probably going to be little things that might not even be worth making a video about. When you've had a bike tore down like that, you put it back together, little shit happens. And you got to check all the nuts and bolts, and you got to do this and that, and you got to look at the fluids. You think this thing was 0 to 60 in? See any chicken strip on there. We've definitely gotten all the crap off of them. There's still a little right here. I can still get a little more pushed. It's always easier to knock the rear one down than the front one. The front one actually takes you a little more pushing on that front deep brake and really getting after it. But it's pretty good. It is like probably 50 degrees out. It is moving around a little bit. Apologies though to Mr. Brah. Like, despite all the excuses, there's still a lot of that's on me, man. I should have done better with that. I hope everything works out with it. I still want to get a final approval on it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Woo! Look at all that. Wow. We also got a cool trip coming up. Some of us in the Discord have been planning. That's next year. Do some adventure riding, old Colorado. That's going to be super fun. A lot of these rides now that we plan and we set up are with people in the Discord, so you should definitely try to get in the Discord. If you're part of the Patreon and you're not in the Discord, you just need to it's like a super easy thing. You just have to link the two together. If you want to get in the Patreon, it's just $1 a month. You often get a longer version of these videos. Just gotta plug myself. I gotta do something here, you know. There's a giant pothole in the road that cars are having to go around. Look at this thing. I'll just drive through it because it doesn't matter for me, but look at this thing. Look at this pothole. That crazy. But anyways, I think Gixxer Brah is cool with me. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is. I talk to him every once in a while and came by, picked the bike up with bullshit for like half an hour. I've had enough people ask me over and over again, like, he's cool with you, right? You guys are cool, right? I'm like, yeah, I thought so. The more y'all ask me, the more I think, don't I know something? Did he say something? What's going on? I think so. Gixxer Brah, we cool, right, man? We cool, bro. Right, bro? In my Moto Bro voice. Wait, they're both bros, aren't they? Gixxer Brah, Moto Bro. I never thought about that. I'm kind of stupid. Thanks for sticking with me on the internet here. This is a little bit of a slower time right now. So thanks for kind of sitting with me while we reset and get ready for the next year. Anyways, I'm just going on and on now. Listen, y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
494 months.
I could see that happening.